and the kids are excited to hit the swimming pools and amusement parks, go off to camp, and join the family on picnics. But combine summer's changes in eating patterns and routines with exposure to a multitude of germs, and you may hear, "Mom, I don't feel good."
Oh, I know. Holistic pharmacist and mother Sherry Torkos understands what this is all about as a mom for sure, and she has some tips to keep kids safe and healthy. So,
hi there. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so often we have that with kids in the summertime where it's, "Mom, I'm not feeling good. I have a tummy ache."
That's right. And actually, tummy ache can actually be a symptom of dehydration, not drinking enough fluids. We know it's intensely hot here, and they need to stay hydrated. But sometimes it's difficult to get children to drink water because it's plain. But if you add some flavor to the water, some lemon, some orange slices. Also, I brought coconut water, which is really hydrating. It also has added minerals. That's a great way to help keep them hydrated so that they're not running the risk of dehydration, because when they get dehydrated, it not only can affect them physically but mentally, and it can accelerate and get really bad really quick. So hydration is really critical. I also brought, along the lines of the tummy troubles, you know, tummy troubles in kids, it's a chronic issue, whether constipation or diarrhea, or their tummies hurt. But one good strategy to keep their tummies happy is a probiotic.
Okay.
So what I brought, these are called Kids Cubes, and it's by UP4 Probiotics. What I love about these probiotics is they're stable at room temperature, so you don't have to keep them in the refrigerator. They're free of sugar. They're gluten-free, and they taste great. I'm actually going to give you you like white chocolate.
I love white chocolate.
So I'll let you try that.
Thank you very much.
No, these are fantastic. I mean, my son loves these because they taste so good. It's very difficult sometimes to get kids to take supplements unless they taste good. So sugar-free, also vitamin D added, 800 units of vitamin D. So a daily probiotic, good for their tummies, so help to keep the digestive system working well, fight off bad bacteria, but also good for immune system support. And let's face it, kids are always vulnerable to getting sick, getting infections. So a daily probiotic, this UP4 again by Kids Cubes. Now you can find that. I picked it up at Whole Foods, but also Sprouts has it. Okay. You can check it out there.
And do they have an adult version of that, or can we just eat the kids'
this company, the UP4, they actually have a range of probiotics. But if you love the
vanilla, it tastes really good. It's like candy.
It is. It's yummy for the tummy. It makes the tummy happy. I'm a huge fan of probiotics. My husband and I take them. My son takes them. I just think that they're good for overall well-being, and the benefits extend beyond just the tummy. So that's important to keep in mind.
What's next?
Yeah, so what's next are some natural ways to deal with minor skin irritations, also bug bites. So for somebody looking for a natural insect repellent, if you're going to be hiking and you're worried about, you know, ants or spiders or other types of creatures, mosquitoes in certain areas for sure. This is a really good natural insect repellent that can be used. And if you do get a bug bite, a little bit of witch hazel. So witch hazel, some people will use this as an astringent because it is very low or alcohol free, and it is astringent. It helps take the sting, the redness out. You can use a little bit of that, a little bit of tea tree oil. Also oil of oregano. Oil of oregano is great for taking the redness and the sting out of a bug bite. And it's available in sinus sprays. This is actually a clinically studied form. It contains an ingredient called P73, which is a wild Mediterranean oregano oil. So it's great as a sinus spray as well for helping to keep the sinuses healthy.
That's great.
Wow, I love all of that. And there's a lot of that I didn't even know.
Yeah, so you know, I tried to bring with me some things that keep the whole family healthy. Of course, focusing on kids because summer's out, you know, or it is summertime and school's out, so we want to keep those kids healthy. If they're going on excursions, packing natural hand wipes.
Yes.
So these are, they don't contain any antibacterial ingredients, also a natural hand sanitizer to keep their hands, you know, clean before they're going to be snacking and eating.
Right, exactly.
Really important. And for trips where they're going to be bus trips or plane rides or long car trips, if somebody has a queasy stomach, consider ginger. It's a natural anti-nausea product. It actually has evidence to show it's as effective as some of the over-the-counter remedies that we use.
Ginger?
Ginger.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom used to give me Canada Dry ginger ale because it was made with ginger.
Exactly, and that's the thing to look out for. A lot of the ginger ales that you find in the regular supermarket don't have real ginger, but if you're in Sprouts or Whole Foods, you can find real ginger ale that has actual ginger in it. Great for soothing tummy troubles. Wow. And then I also brought some natural sunscreen. So these contain physical barriers to the sun, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And the difference here is that when you apply a sunscreen that contains minerals, what it does is it lays on the surface of the skin and reflects the sun's light, versus a chemical sunscreen, which has to be applied, it has to be absorbed, takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and some people are concerned about the ingredients in the chemical sunscreens. So they're being looked at, but in the meantime, if you want something natural, you can also apply these just before you go out in the sun, versus the chemical sunscreens have to be applied about a half an hour before.
Right.
And is this really oily? Because that's one of my biggest pet peeves with
not oily at
sunscreen.
all.
Okay.
Not oily at all. In fact, I love these Goddess Garden Organic sunscreens because they're primarily organic ingredients, safe for sensitive skin. They're non-oily, non-greasy, and I know that's the main reason why a lot of people don't like to put them on their face.
Right. That was
because
going to be my
it
next
can
thing.
block your pores.
Well,
so.
and it's like if you put it on and then you want to go out, with like a lot of the other sunscreens, I'm always like, oh, I just want to go home and shower.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
don't
feel
want
gross.
You don't want to rub up against anybody.
And as well, the naturals, these natural zinc-based sunscreens, they don't go on white either. They go on sheer. So it's not like the old zinc sunscreens from the 80s or 90s where you have the white nose. It's not like that.
Are any of them water resistant?
They are water resistant.
That's
yes, they're
great.
water resistant. But you still should apply your sunscreen if you're going to be swimming a lot,
Right.
say you're in a pool,
Right.
because just being in the water and the chlorine and other things will help to wear. Plus, if you're wiping your skin with a towel, going back into the pool, reapply the sunscreen. Don't forget the backs of the ears, the back of the neck. And for kids and adults as well, if you are wanting to be extra cautious in the sun, this sun hat actually drapes down behind the neck, so it helps to protect the neck and the ears. And I think that's fantastic for
Yeah,
kids.
it's very
I mean, it's
important.
sometimes hard to get kids to wear hats, but that's lightweight and it also has SPF in it.
And shoes, most important.
Yes, shoes are very important. Of course, the concrete can be really hot around the pools and the splash pads, but not only for heat protection, but also to protect their feet against coming in contact with viruses such as warts. Because some kids, if they're in swimming pools, and adults as well, you can contract warts, which are viral infections. So use your swim shoes to get in and out of the pool, or even wear them in the pool. That's okay.
That's true,
It's totally okay.
Sherry, thank you so much for all of these great tips.
Thanks
and it was
for
a pleasure to have
having
you
me.
join us
It was
today.
my pleasure as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.